First Lady Liza Marcos naniniwalang advantage kung makakapasok ang pinsan niyang si Roxas bilang miyembro ng gabinete ni Pbbm. Pagkaka-appoint ni Roxas, hudyat na umano ng tuluyang pakikiisa ng Pbbm admin sa mga ibinasura ng mga dilawan. Magandang araw bayan, magandang araw Pilipinas. Panibagong araw na naman at meron na naman tayong pag-uusapan. Ngunit bago ang lahat, kung hindi ka pa nakakapag-subscribe sa aming channel, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell para mas maging updated ka sa mga newly released naming videos. Wala ito sa kulay dahil unity ang hangad ng Pangulo. Tila walang problema at pag-aalinlangan si First Lady Liza Marcos na ipasok ang dating walang nagawang DILG Secretary Roxas sa hanay ng mga gabinete ni Pbbm. Lalo pat ang unang ginang ang naatasan ng Pangulo na manaliksik at mamili ng kung sino ang nararapat na bigyan at sibakin sa pwesto. Ayon pa sa Facebook page ng mga supporters ni FL Liza, magiging malaking asset at tulong umano sa pamahalaan si Roxas dahil anila sa mahabang karanasan nito sa larangan ng politika. Idinagdag nila, isa umano itong magandang hakbang na gagawin ng Pbbm admin upang tuluyang magkaisa ang sambayanang Pilipino, lalo na ang mga sumusuporta sa Liberal Party. Ayon pa sa kanilang post, sang-ayon ba kayo kung magiging bahagi ng Pbbm admin si Roxas? Why this a good thing? This is a good thing kasi diba, Pbbm call to action advocacy is to extend the hand of unity. Hindi dapat selective o partisan if this is the case. If Roxas wants to serve, given his credentials, expertise, and political clout, then he could be an asset. If we are to play the no one says of patronage politics here, this will be a strategic move if we can get the influential and powerful political family clans, such as the Roxas and the Aranetas on board with Pbbm admin. Hindi naman naging rabid o critical si Roxas kay Pbbm post-2016. In 2016, the late Representative Ferdinand Martin Romualdez vindicated Roxas and admitted that risked his life to save people from Typhoon Yolanda. In a 2016 interview, Pbbm then Senator describes his relationship with Roxas. The former secretary and I have been friends for a very long time. As far as I can tell you, that friendship has not gone away, has not changed. Of course, we find ourselves in different parties right now, but I don't think that has interfered with our personal relationship. However, I have to say that hindi na kami masyadong nagkikita. Hindi na kagaya noon. Hindi na kami masyadong nagkakaroon ng pagkakataon para mag-usap. I certainly consider him a friend, and I think after all of this political cycle is over, I look forward to renewing and re-strengthening that friendship. Let us also note that First Lady Liza Marcos, being an Araneta, is a cousin of Roxas. And then, there's a Paquito Ocawo, Pinoy's former executive secretary angle, but this subplot deserves to be on a separate post. So basically, it is clear as day that Roxas enjoys an amicable and semiotic relationship with the Marcoses. The supporters of Roxas were quick to remark that he is a good leader, and if given the opportunity, he will be of great help to the administration. So the appointment of Roxas sits at an advantageous spot for Pbbm admin. If the goal is unification, then forging political ties, even to those who have connections to the Liberal Party, should be an acceptable and sensible gesture. At the end of the day, it is the prerogative of President Bongbong Marcos to appoint Roxas and offer him a second shot at being a public servant once again. Will the appointment of Roxas divide the Filipino people? Sa mga Marcos loyalists, sana lahat ng appointees ni FL Liza na i-appoint ni President Bongbong Marcos irali kasi siya ang sisira ng pinaghirapan ng mga Marcos na ibangon ang pangalan na sinira ng mga dilawang kakamping. The Corina diplomacy rumors continue to spread about the Yellows getting entrenched into the Marcos administration, which, as it had always been perceived, is its number one nemesis. A contrapelo if you will, but due to intermarriages among big political families in the Philippines, the whole industry that the Philippine politics had become an industry of interlocking interests with only one objective: how to stay in power. The Marcos family is one such family interlocked with other political families belonging to opposing camps. Both children of Ferdinand Marcos Sr., Bongbong and Irene, married into the Araneta family, Liza Araneta and Greg Araneta respectively. They are close cousins. Here comes Mar Araneta Roxas, husband of Corina Sanchez. He is the son of Jerry Roxas, who, together with Ninoy Aquino, was part of the opposition to the Marcos Sr. regime. Jerry Roxas was senator from 1963 until September 1972 when martial law was declared. At that time, he was president of the Liberal Party and was also a co-chairman of the United Nationalist Democratic Organization, a multi-sector network which galvanized societal opposition to martial law. Roxas' political ties with the Aquino family can be traced back during the time of their patriarchs, Jerry and Ninoy, who had one common enemy: Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Ninoy, as we all know, is the acknowledged political mascot of the Yellows, a color which got its popularity after his pagkadedo in 1983, where protests against the Marcos regime were expressed through their color yellow and yellow ribbons, yellow shirts, and yellow confettis. Roxas cemented his ties with the Aquinos during the Nonoy Aquino administration, which I think up to now remains unchanged. However, due to political family intermarriages, that may change soon. At a speech before the Philippine Councilors League recently, Congressman Sandro Marcos talked about unity. It was very clear in that speech that he echoed what course his father wanted to take: unity among political parties, particularly between the Yellows and the present administration, which, for all intents and purposes, are loosely the coalition of forces aligned with Marcos Sr. However, many from this coalition are dyed-in-the-wool anti-Yellows, something that could weaken Pbbm's popularity. But in view of the realities of the time, we might just see it coming: the entrenchment of the Yellows in the Marcos administration, led by the other half of the late Noynoy, Roxas. I am not sure how strongly the anti-Yellows will react against it, but that is a gamble that the president might want to risk in the spirit of unity. I can almost guess why the president is willing to do it despite of the risks. If the Filipino people welcomed his family back from oblivion, and in fact, even became president at that, why can he not do it himself to others? This, I think, is being made possible through Corina, the Corina diplomacy. Anong masasabi niyo ukol rito, mga kababayan? Just comment it down below sa comment section and give a massive thumbs up kung nagustuhan mo ang paksang ating tinalakay. At huwag kalilimutang mag-subscribe sa channel na ito. Maraming salamat sa inyong walang sawang panonood.